Why? Why?
Then they get to ask themselves that important question, why?
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the Why podcast. Today, we have a masshole at heart, a sneakerhead, and the biggest foodie in New York City. Please welcome my dear friend, Andrew Knight.
What up, people?
This is my friend, Andrew. Andrew, I feel like I've known you forever, but it's only been 4 years of being friends or something?
Not even.
Not even. It's barely 4 years. Yeah, 3 years, because we've only been in college for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. Okay, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get it going.
Say no more. As Grace just said, my name is Andrew Knight. I'm from the Boston area, Massachusetts, specifically Medford. I'm repping my set. This is actually a coincidence, but I'm from West Medford, more specifically. That's the real set. I go to Pace. I'm a junior, major in economics, minor in business analytics, but school's boring. I'm interested in fashion, which is why I'm here on Grace's wonderful podcast today.
Thank you.
I feel like I'm into a lot of regular people stuff, like watching TV and movies and anime, working out, video games, but that's regular. Like I said, all regular.
Regular shit. Yeah, where you stand out the most is probably the fashion. At least when I think of Andrew.
That's I was gonna say in a mad cocky way, but I wasn't trying to be cocky.
No, you're good.
I feel like that's what most people think of when they think about me. But
no, definitely. It's definitely your brand.
I did win best dressed for my senior superlative in high school.
Hey, that means something, man.
Facts. Even though I was wearing Crocs every day to school.
Ooh.
But senior year it was strictly Crocs and sweats. I was still fly. You ask someone I go to high school, I was still fly.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not putting on a fashion show right now. I'm wearing Crocs right now. There's old ass t-shirt. It's 10 years old or something crazy.
Yeah.
It's whatever. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you don't have to be dressed up all the time. That would be weird if you were dressed up all the time.
That would be weird.
Yeah, it's
I'm wearing my Zoom University uniform right now.
Same. Makes sense. Yeah, this morning I was wearing a nice t-shirt and then sweatpants. I was
I've never once looked presentable for any of my Zoom classes.
Not even worth it anymore.
Yeah, my internship interviews, I just put on a button-up shirt and I'll still be wearing my underwear. I don't care.
That's the best. Yeah, that's 2020 for us for sure, right?
Yeah, for real.
All right, well, today, obviously, we're going to be talking about fashion. Our little central question is, why is fashion important to you? But we're going to hit many, many topics on this podcast, which is exciting. I figured I'd give a little background story. We met in college. We met my freshman year. You live right next to me. And
yeah,
so, right, remember that?
What was the little corner on the 6th floor.
Iconic. Those are the best days. And yeah, so my roommates, his roommates, we all became friends for the most part.
Yeah.
We're good. I'll leave it there.
I remember you and Lexi came to Matt and I's room. Matt was my roommate at the time, still live with Matt. But I remember you knocked on our door because you had some pizza, and I was like, "Yo, who's knocking on our door right now?" And Harrison lived with us at the time. Yeah. So I was like, "Who's knocking on our door right now?" And I opened the door, and it's you and Lexi, and you guys are like, "Hey, do you guys want some pizza?"
Well, me and Lex are in our room, brainstorming, we got to make friends. We got to figure this out. How are we going to strategize? And we're we're going to get a bunch of pizza, and we're just going to walk around our floor. And
in my head, I'm this is the last thing I was ever expecting.
Yeah.
I said no, too. I didn't even take your pizza.
Ouch. What the hell is that about? Come on, man. It was free pizza.
I don't know what
you did. Against you.
I didn't know you. What if you spit on that cheese slice?
Oh, come on. That's nasty. I'd never do that. No, I think about that when I cringe now. That's such a 7-year-old thing to do. Hey, you want to hang out?
Important because then the next level was us playing foosball like maniacs all night long.
Yeah, we played foosball in our little lounge area in our dorm.
Yeah, facts.
Bro, I went to bed dumb sweaty a couple nights for foosball. I remember it was a workout.
Yeah, no cap, because you
Yeah.
guys used to take it mad serious.
Was mad serious.
Like it was like every night was the championship.
It was some serious shit. Yeah, and then I remember at the end of the year, it kind of died down, and I kept trying to push Lex to go down there with me, and she's like, "We're not doing that." And I was
No, I
like,
mean,
"Come
like
on."
you just had to enjoy it while it was happening, because
I
yeah,
know.
in the future you weren't gonna be able to like, let me go play football.
Yeah, it wasn't for everything, but it was fun. Yeah, but yeah, I feel like you've always had crazy fashion since the day I met you. A couple outfits that come in mind are the the fuzzy sweatsuit that you have, the one that's all
Yeah,
fuzzy.
facts.
That's one. There's another one with it's like a jumpsuit and it looks like
The camouflage one.
yeah, that one. That one was iconic. And then one of my favorite memories from college is me, I think, and Lex, or maybe it was just me, sitting in your room for like maybe an hour and a half, and we just went through your closet.
Yeah,
That
facts.
was wicked fun.
That was mad funny. I feel like that was like a thing. Like every time like someone would like come to our room, they're like, "Look at Andrew's closet." Like, Andrew, show him your closet. Like,
Yeah,
show him
we
the
so nice.
sneakers you have. I'm like, yo,
It
what?
was fun. It was great.
It
You had
was
some sick
interesting.
clothes. It was
I
like
feel like I feel
amazing.
like everyone I showed it to like didn't even know what I was talking about. I'm like, so this is like, I don't even know like what side to present it on. I'm like, this is like this sneaker that you probably don't know anything about, but still costs $700. Next, and it's like it was just like that.
We're like, ooh, ha.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Literally. Yeah, I think I bought my first real pair of sneakers with you. My well, I don't know if you want to call them real sneakers, but I was wearing Converse at the time, so I call them real sneakers. But my first Air Force Ones, I think I bought them with you, right? I bought them with Ken. I bought
I
them
was
with
gonna
Kenny.
say,
No, I bought them
was I
with
there?
Kenny.
Was I there though?
You might have been there. I feel like you were there.
I feel like I was there,
Mm-hmm.
but we did get them through Ken because he had the discount because he was working at Foot Action at the time.
Yeah, we got them through him, and then technically still bought my first Jordans with you too.
Facts, yo, that was a big sneakers dub.
That was sick.
Oh, I saw the pair I had. They went for like 250 on StockX.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
wow. Shit, that's a lot.
I'm saying like that was a good dub for you. Any pair of Retro One is automatically hype.
Thank
And
you.
nowadays,
I'm trying to get another pair on Wednesday. I forget what they are. I meant to send them to you.
are they like the white ones?
They might be. Let me check. What was it?
I don't remember the actual name of the shoe, truthfully.
I don't remember either. I tried getting those one pair, the 79s, I think. 97s? 97s.
The Air Maxes.
Were they Air Maxes? I think they were. Look at me. I sound so smart when I'm talking now. Air Max 270s. Whatever.
That's a thing. That's a shoe.
Yeah, I have those.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just making up.
How do I find this? Hold on. You can do this. Come on, Grace. I don't remember. I think they were I think it was the neutral gray ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If I could cop those, that'd be sick. Doubt it will work out though.
Hey, you never know. Like,
I don't know.
sneakers is really a gamble, bro. Like, you really don't know what's gonna happen on sneakers.
I feel like though, like the neutrals. Oh, this is the other one. The women's dunk low in blue, the blue one.
Yeah, that's gonna be mad hard to get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
any pair of dunks.
I'd love a pair of dunks.
Right now, Retro One highs and SB dunks are at a point where no matter how good looking or how ugly as hell the shoe is, it'll still be hard to get just because like the silhouette itself is so desired. It's kind
Yeah.
of like the problem with resell culture right now.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. I also feel like any of those shoes in neutral colors go crazy. Like the mocha ones, I think they're dark mocha.
Yeah, that's the thing, because like it's definitely like super trendy in fashion now to be wearing like neutral colors, and because like a couple years ago Travis Scott came out with his retro ones, but they're like $2,000 now. So everyone knew that the mochas weren't going to be as expensive as his because they're not as rare. But still get an opportunity to wear something somewhat similar. And it's like a neutral color. People live for that now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I love neutrals. So, but I'm not that into fashion, so it makes sense. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with this. I feel like this is important. What would you describe your style as? How would you describe it to people who don't know you and don't know what you wear?
Sorry, I just had to take a nice sip of this refreshing water.
Good. I'm gonna do the same thing. Got a little tea action here.
My style. I feel like I don't have one specific style. I would say if anything, it's streetwear heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd also say like I would say unique. I try to wear a lot of stuff that like not a lot of other people are wearing, but that's not true for everything because they're like some classic things and like popular stuff that like it's popular because it's fire. So like I want that. Like Air Force Ones, bro. Like Air Force Ones are popular for a reason. They're fire. So
Yeah.
you gotta have some of those in your rotation. Like there's certain things like no matter how popular it is, like if you don't have that shoe or something, like you're kind of a weirdo. Like
Yeah.
or maybe not a weirdo, but you can't say like, oh, like I like fashion, but you don't have Air Force Ones. Nah, get that out of here. Like
Yeah.
I'm not shopping ones.
That makes sense. There's got to be an essential couple pieces that you gotta have.
They're staple items you have to have in your closet.
Yeah.
But you're wilding without them.
Yeah, it makes sense. So what do you think? What got you the most into fashion in general?
It was definitely sneakers.
Yeah.
It's funny in middle school, like I was the biggest like conventional sneakerhead, like mad into like all the Jordan. Like I can name like any kind of Jordan, like all the different colorways. Like I knew them by name. Like I was just so passionate about that stuff. I remember like going to school. Like I would meet my friend Eric. You met Eric.
Love Eric. I miss
Yeah,
Eric.
his house was like or where I would meet him to like walk to school. Actually, this wasn't in middle school, but like on my way, like walking to the bus stop, like from the point like I would have my stuff ready to like the time I'd walk to the bus stop, every single day I would faithfully go on the Kicks on Fire app and just read sneaker articles. Like it didn't matter what, like I just had to read whatever newest sneaker article was out. Like
Aw.
I was obsessed. Like I just wanted and like all I wanted in middle school was like a pair of Jordans. Like I didn't even care like a pair of retro Jordans. But like my parents were like mad strict about what sneakers they buy me. Like we're not gonna buy you no $200 sneakers. Like why do those sneakers cost $200? Like you're just gonna mess them up anyways. So like I honestly don't think I got like a cool pair of sneakers probably until I had my first job and like started getting my own money. It was like the first time I got like a dope pair of sneakers. I remember for like Christmas in middle school, I got this like random ass pair of Nikes that were like they had this like blue like Air Max midsole and like some other like metallic blue pattern on them. I swear they're fire. I live for those sneakers. I don't even know what they're called. There were some interesting shoes. They were probably whack as hell, honestly, thinking back on it. But I fucked with those. Like those are dope. But it was like mad demoralizing at the same time because like I was so passionate in like all these sneakers and like I loved them so much, but like I couldn't even get like not even one pair. So like it definitely like died out. Like it was a phase because it was like hard for me to be invested in it because I wasn't really like involved because it was like I felt like I could read like all I wanted about sneakers, but it never felt real to me.
Yeah.
So it was hard long term. I mean, but from that point on, like I was still interested in fashion, but it was hard because like then you go from like being in middle school to like being a freshman in high school, and you're like, damn, like I just want to be cool at this point. Like everybody's been there. It's like, bro, like I just need to like not look like the most chopped kid in the hallway. I mean, like my school wasn't like the kind of school where like you would get like bullied crazy for like having no swag or like or if it was even something taken seriously, but it's like one of those things like that's just how society is. Like you don't wanna look like a bum. I definitely had trash style like freshman year. But sophomore year was probably like when I started like thinking more about like what I was wearing in outfits and like we'll probably talk about this more, but I was wearing like a lot of fast fashion stuff. But obviously I was working like a minimum wage job in high school. Like I didn't have a lot of money. So like I would just like go into like I would go to downtown Boston. I go to downtown Crossing because there's a Primark.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Primark?
I think I went with you actually.
There's a Primark and an H&M. So I would go to H&M, find me like a night like what I consider at the time to be like nice pieces, like $30 on a hoodie. I'm like, yeah, this is a nice hoodie. Probably
That's
had
so funny.
it was like my like back to school shopping budget. So I had like or like my birthday money or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be like a combined like birthday like back to school shopping. So like that combined like I might have had like $200 to like get me through to like wherever. So I'm like, yeah, like I'm about to drop like 30 bills in this hoodie. But like in reality, like I only had $100 because I had to buy a new pair of sneakers. Like I had to because you gotta get markets in your rotation. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna drop like $25, $30 in this hoodie, whatever. And then like I would get like one or two like nice things from H&M that like cost a little money, and then I go over to Primark that was like literally like right across the street, and I would just go fuck it up in Primark.
Yeah, that shit is
Like
dumb cheap.
jeans were like their jeans, bro. That was like they're like plastic. They weren't even denim. Their jeans were like $10. Like t-shirts were like $5. Like I didn't know what thrifting was at the time, but like it was basically like retail thrifting. Like this shit was cheap, bro. Like cheap. The quality was terrible though. Like you buy a t-shirt and it probably wouldn't last you a year.
You gotta get a year out of at least. Well, not I don't know.
You should. I would
At least a year.
get a year out of the clothes that you wear.
Definitely. What was your first pair of sneakers? I feel like that's a big one.
I don't know. Remember
You
what
even remember your first pair?
sneakers is?
Your first pair, like real slick, like school sneakers, not like just sneakers in general, but like a pair that you were like, oh shit, these are like sick and dope.
Damn, well, I told you about the blue ones. Like
Yeah.
they definitely weren't fly, but
Mm-hmm.
at the time I was rocking with those. I was like, yeah, these are fire. I'm trying to think. Maybe like my first pair of Air Force Ones. I think I got those like maybe like the summer after my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And yeah, like they're just the all white Air Force Ones, like cocaine white, like as classic as they can get. And I love those sneakers. I took like such good care of them. I actually sold them like almost a year ago, and they were still in like great condition. They're like over 5 years old. They're like still white, like no creases, like beautiful.
I remember I've seen those sneakers before. I thought those were like your third pair or soming. That's crazy. That was your
I've been had those. And it was funny, they're like way too big for me because Air Force Ones, they fit large. Like I'm normally a 9.5, but I should be wearing a 9 in Air Force Ones. And those were a 10. So they were one whole size too big.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's probably the reason why they're in good condition. I wear them a lot because like I can walk a lot in them and stuff. But still, like 5-6 years and they're still like white, no creases. Like,
yeah,
that's wild.
That's nuts. I had to throw mine out. They were so gross. They were like nasty. I beat them.
That's despicable.
I'm so sorry. I know. I'm gonna get a new pair. I promise. I'll take better care.
That is despicable. That is one fashion trend that.
No.
I want to say like frustrates me, but it's like worse than that. Like I feel like Air Force Ones are like one sneaker. Like those should be like your babies. Like like you should like really care about them and take them seriously. Like I did. No lie. Like they. Like I don't want to. Like when I see people like wearing them like in the rain and the snow, like. Not being careful about what they step in them, like it hurts my heart, bro. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh man.
Like this is hurtful, bro. Like that's not how you're supposed to. I mean, yeah, you're not supposed to treat any sneakers like that. But like, I feel like there are certain sneakers where like it's okay for them to be a beater.
I was gonna
And
say.
I feel like Air Force Ones are absolutely not one of those sneakers, but it's like trendy to have them be a beater now. So like I see so many people with like Air Force Ones that are flexed, bro. Like it
Yeah.
looked like this kid just fought a battle of the Bulge in World War II in his pair of Air Force Ones, and then like went to Soho, and I'm like, bro, like those you bought those shoes white, like they look brown right now. Like that's not okay.
Yeah.
They look like they went to a monster truck rally in their Air Force Ones. Like I could go on
What are
forever.
you doing?
I'm done with that, but
All right, that's fair. I'm sorry. I feel bad now.
yeah,
I'm
but just
definitely.
totally new one about your Air Force Ones. I don't need to continue.
I know. No, it's fair. I definitely need to clean. I take massive care of my sneakers now, because either you or Ken yelled at me one time for my sneakers being
It was
dirty.
probably me.
It sounds like it might have been
Probably
you.
me.
Like, you are
It's not
passionate about
what
it.
I said. It was probably me.
It was definitely you. So now like once a month I go through all my shoes and I clean them with a little toothbrush.
I'm proud of you. You should.
I'm
That's
trying.
what I used to do. Like
Hmm.
I used to like once a week. Well, I wouldn't like sit down and do like all my shoes, but like if I knew a shoe like wasn't looking too hot and like I was gonna wear it to school the next day or something, or like wear it soon, or if I had time, like I just take like 15 minutes out of my day and just like you'd be surprised like what you could do to clean a shoe. Like you see like these ads for like all these like Rejuvenator where they're like rescuing a shoe that like got I don't even know what happened to the shoe. It's like caked in mud or something, but that's not really realistic. Like you could literally just take like a wet rag and some elbow grease and like clean the shoe like really well. Like it's not super hard, honestly.
Hmm. No,
Like
it's.
the hardest stuff is like getting creases out and like
Hmm.
fixing like stained midsoles and stuff and like yellowing. But like that's what for most people like that's pretty whatever. But
Yeah. Yeah, I usually take a little what do you call it? Dish
the
like detergent or whatever.
oh yeah.
And like I'll do that, or most of my shoes are white, so I bleach them. I'll use a
Yeah,
little
you could do that too. Like I've definitely done that before. Like
help.
just like a white knit shoe. I have a pair of shoes now. They're actually like my workout shoes, but they're like a pair of like Nike Fly Knit racers. So it's like the whole shoe is knit. So that's how I used to clean them. I would just like put them in the wash like with some bleach and like they would come out like perfectly white.
That's
The only
sick.
thing that was dirty was like still the midsole because it was rubber, but like I could just like scrub that. But I
Yeah,
gave up on that because obviously I started working out in them. I mean they're running sneakers, so
it's not that deep. Yeah. How do you? This is a good question because I've my one of my friends was trying to get me to buy. Well, I shouldn't say she was trying to get me to buy. She wanted me to buy these sneakers that looked like a pair of Nike sneakers from Walmart. They were like a dupe for some Nike sneakers, and I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, I get totally destroyed by my friends if I got these. But then part of me was like, well, good. How do you feel about like when cheap companies try to replicate like great sneakers? Just dead silence.
nah, actually this is something that I thought about a lot.
Hmm.
Um because like obviously like knockoff stuff is extremely prevalent in our society, like not even just with sneakers, like clothes especially, but even like technology and stuff like that. Like you can like go and buy like fake AirPods for like 10 bills like in real deals or something. Like I don't know, I think it's like more of like someone's personal mindset, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's different. Like obviously there are people in the world that like can't afford to buy expensive sneakers. Like to me, like spending like $100 on sneakers is like relatively cheap. But like in reality, like $100 isn't like you can't just like drop $100 like that. Like that's still $100, bro. Like
That's a lot of money.
yeah, no cap. Like people got bills to pay and stuff. We can't just be like blowing $100 on sneakers, and especially like a lot of the shoes that they're knocking off, like don't just cost $100. Like Yeezys retail are like $230. So like people be wearing Yeezys like they're just whatever. I mean, because a lot of the Yeezys be fake, but at the same time, I feel like I don't blame the companies for doing it.
Mm.
I don't think it's good. Obviously, I feel like it's kind of like disrespectful. And well, it depends because like some people, like I feel like it's disrespectful towards the people that like design the sneakers. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like there's a lot that like we don't even know about that like goes behind like designing a pair of sneakers, and it's like out of all the sneakers that got designed, like like whatever specific sneaker like became like so popular that people want to make knockoffs. Like as a designer, that's something you want to be proud of, but like at the same time, like a pair of Balenciaga might be $1,000. Like the knockoff Balenciagas, like I don't know, depending where you're getting them, like you can probably buy a pair of knockoff Balenciagas from Zara for like $35 or something, like way cheaper. But I think that, damn, where's I going? I lost my train of thought. I think that people need to like they're like people feel the pressure to like fit in with like society and putting on an image. Like I feel like sort of like what I was saying, like it's okay that like you might not be able to buy a pair of Balenciagas for $1,000. Like no one's gonna knock you, bro. But I feel like some people think that like if you were to wear like sneakers that cost $100 instead, like people are gonna think that like you're poor, you're not fly. Like that's really not what it's about. Like you can like fashion isn't about how expensive your outfit is, and you definitely don't need to spend mad money to look good in what you're wearing. So
Mhm.
it's like that's why I disagree with stuff like that. Like I feel like there's not a point. Like if you can't afford the sneakers, like so be it, bro. Like go find another pair of sneakers or another pair of shoes or something. Or like it's not like that's your only option. That's my thing. Like you just gotta work around it. Like there's so many shoes that I want that cost so much money. I'm just like I'm not paying $500 for the shoes. And there's a lot of stuff like the sneakers fire and like I want it really bad, but it's like I also don't think it's worth that much. So like I just wouldn't buy it. Even if I had the money, like if I was like, oh, I have $500 I want to spend on shoes right now, I'm like I'm not gonna buy some pair of sneakers that's like overvalued at $500 because that's gonna feel like a waste of my money. Like
Mhm.
I might be content buying a sneaker that costs $150 instead, and
Mhm.
then saving my money and putting it towards like more sneakers or other clothes or something.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like there's not really a need to buy a lot of replica and knockoff stuff like that. Um, yeah, but I know it is something that's like really popular, and I get it. Like people want to wear like the popular sneakers and whatever, and like get on that kind of stuff. But I just feel like it's not necessary.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
just me.
point around it.
Do you feel any kind of way about it?
I mean, part of me gets it because I also think like if you're not in the sneaker world, then it's just like whatever, it looks the same. Like, how would you know? You don't know the difference, I guess. I feel like a lot of people just don't know the difference. They're like, oh, the color is the same or the style looks similar, and they'll just buy it. They're like, this is $15 down. But if you're in it more the way you're in it, it's like it's almost like you said, kind of disrespectful. I feel like to people who buy the sneakers, to people who design it, the whole thing, it's like you're gonna spend $15 on a pair of $500 sneakers. Like it's not cool. But I don't know. I think it depends. It's very 50-50.
I don't know. But like you said, there are also people that just don't know better. Like someone might go into
Yeah.
that Walmart and buy their sneakers just because they like the way those sneakers look. Like it might not even be like oh, I want the ones that look like Balenciagas or whatever. Like they're just like these are the coolest sneakers that I've seen in Walmart, so I'm about to buy these.
Yeah, literally.
Like that's perfectly fine. But I'm saying like people that are looking to buy like knockoff versions of popular sneakers, I don't feel like that's necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I'm with that. Yeah. What do you think is the worst fashion trend ever? And have you partaked in a very bad fashion
Ever?
trend?
I'll
Yeah.
stick with my lifetime. I can't speak on some of the fashion trends from the past.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just yeah. We'll do in your lifetime. That's better.
I've seen some questionable things in photos. like in the 80s, but we don't touch on
Those shoulder pads probably weren't the best.
that. Worst fashion trend though?
Besides, like, beating up your Air Force Ones.
Yeah, that's bad. I did already touch upon that. That's bad. That's not it. That's absolutely not it. But anyways, worst fashion trend has to go to the chunky feelers.
I'm waiting for that one.
I apologize for anybody. Actually, I don't apologize.
You're actually like, no
No,
shame.
bro. If you
You're
have
wearing
chunky
those.
shoes, those might be the worst shoes I've ever seen. Like, I don't know, man. I really.
It's valid. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought they were cute when I first was starting to look at them. But I don't know anything about sneakers, so I'm not wrong.
Those sneakers look. I mean, like I said, there's some people that like don't. I feel like there's also a difference. Like there are people that like don't know any better and they're just like buying whatever, which is like fine. But then there are also people that like trying to like put a little fit together, be a little fly or whatever. But like the chunky feelers are the worst of the worst. Those shoes, they like make me actively upset. Like when I see someone wearing chunky feelers, I'm like, I can't believe you woke up, you showered, you put on a fit that matched, and then decided to put a pair of chunky feelers on your feet. Like you have some nerve.
Is it just chunky feel as like specifically the brand, or is it just chunky white sneakers in general? You're like out.
Mm,
I think chunky white sneakers
mostly,
can be cool.
mostly the feelers, but also because other chunky white sneakers I wouldn't say were trendy. Like it was the feelers that were trendy.
That's very true.
Like I've seen other ugly chunky white sneakers, and
Mm-hmm.
I've seen like good looking chunky white sneakers.
Okay.
It's not the chunky white sneakers that are this year, but the feelers were the trendy ones. Like the feelers, those are hot, bro. Those are everywhere.
Those were everywhere.
Yeah, the white girls were tearing up the chunky feelers. No lie.
Those were pretty big. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's very fair. Very, very fair. What is the worst one? Worst fashion trend? Oh my god, that you've been a part of. I know this one. I'm ready for it.
Not embarrassing. I
I
think
might have to insert a photo of
this
what
is how
this is.
embarrassing. If you have that in your editing ability, that'd just be the perfect way to expose me.
I'll put it like.
So everyone who can be hurt about me rashing their chunky feelers can now turn around and rash me. Because the worst fashion trend I participate in is like the beanies. I don't even know what they're called. They're like beanies or like scullies or whatever, but they have a brim on them. And I was telling Grace about this earlier. I had a brown Timberland one that I lived for in elementary school because I had this brown L Bean hoodie with like fleece on the inside. It was like mad cozy, and I lived for wearing that L Bean hoodie with my Timberland beanie with the brim on it, and had like the little like. Bro, why did you pick the worst one to show them?
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me go back. Let me find.
No, I was like,
I feel like
it's not like there's a good one. Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, I don't know.
Except mine, the brim wasn't curved though. The brim was flat.
I wonder if I can find the Timberland one because that would be sick.
It doesn't really help my case, but that's probably the worst thing ever. Like
When do you think you did this?
That, I'm surprised I remember that.
Is it that?
Nah.
No?
It's okay if you can't find you probably won't be able to find it.
I can add it in editing later too.
That's the worst. That was horrible. It was despicable. Like it's one of those things I look back, I'm like, can't believe I put that on my body. And it's like one of those things I'm like, why didn't I just wear a normal beanie? Nothing is wrong with normal beanies. Why did my shit have to have a brim on it?
That was what was in though, you know? I mean, when you're like, how old were you when you were wearing those?
I don't know. I was really young. Like
yeah, it doesn't count when you're little. I feel like when you're little it doesn't count.
3rd grade. But I swore it was fly. Like I should have known better.
That's fair.
Like I was it's not like I was dressed like that. Like I chose that hat and I was consciously wearing it. So I am to blame.
Hey, you had to do the lowest lows to get to your highest highs, right?
Yeah,
You know?
no crap. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, it's just what, it made you who you are now. So that's all that matters.
I bet you Kanye had no swag when he was 7 years old.
Definitely not. He
I mean,
was pretty poor growing up, wasn't he?
yeah, Kanye grew up poor, but
Mm.
that's that's not the point I was trying to make. I'm not trying to rash poor people grace.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But like, he probably didn't like have the money to get nice stuff.
No, Kanye did grow up poor. Sorry,
Yeah, right? Okay.
he made
Thank
up for it.
you. Oh,
What was the worst fashion trend you participated in? I'm putting you on the hot seat.
there's a lot. There's a lot. I feel like I don't really have good fashion sense at all. A little bit better now. We're working on it. That is actually like number one what I did during quarantine. I threw out everything in my closet and got new stuff. And I'm still doing it now, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know, because you text me about sneakers all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It's a big thing for me.
Sneakers.
I like to tell people that I'm like, I can't buy a pair of sneakers without talking to Andrew first. Because I really have no idea.
I'm honored.
Yeah. No, I have to. It's like I have to go through you first.
Part of the process.
Hell yeah.
It's like getting it certified.
There's some sneakers I would have bought that would have been really bad. But I just didn't know. I just had no idea. I was like, are these cool? You're like, if you buy these, I'm gonna like literally kick your butt. So I have no idea.
I'm glad that I could say to you that honestly makes me happy. It's like I made a difference in somebody's life.
You definitely have. I've talked about you on this podcast a couple times when it comes to that too. Because I didn't really realize how bad my shoe game was, because in my town, like everyone wore like shit clothes, like total shit clothes. Like it was like, low top white Converse that were just disgusting, and like leggings and sweatshirts, like huge sweatshirts. That was it. So I just had no idea. But you can't live in New York City and dress like that,
Oh,
You
no, no,
can.
no.
It happens, but you really shouldn't. So
That's funny because like that's definitely like a really big thing like about where you live.
for
Like
sure.
even like where I live at Medford, like it's still a city. Like fashion is still. I mean, fashion obviously because it's a clothes you wear every day. Like comes into place in some way, shape, or form. Like no matter where you live, but it's not like super serious there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like I mean, obviously New York City is different, but a lot of like other places, like you can get away with like a lot more in terms of what you wear. And like,
Definitely. Yeah,
but,
I
like,
wore
in terms,
some.
in terms of getting away with things, I mean, like not stepping up to the plate
Yeah.
like fashionably.
Yeah, I wore some bad stuff in high school. Not like that bad, but like not good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like no, like not trying to like talk down other places, but like of course, like the bar is much higher in New York.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, like you just can't
Gotta
get it.
step
Like I
up.
said, you can't get away with the same stuff. Like you might be the flyest person in whatever town you're from. You go to New York and you look like a crackhead. Like
Yeah.
that's just
My
how it is.
roommate like literally is like works, her mom's like a fashion designer for like nothing like crazy, but
Wait, who is?
Aisha, her mom, I think her mom like works in a fashion company or
Oh,
something.
that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but she's like Aisha's first question to me when I became roommates with her. We were random roommates. Her first question was, "What's your favorite designer brand?" And I was like, "I have no idea." I was like, "I'm on Target." Like,
Dang, she
she's
came
like
out.
Dior, and I'm like, "Okay."
Nah, I remember because one time I was in your room, like we like we're talking mad, like she had her Alexander McQueen's, like yo, she's a big stepper, like she's fly, whatever.
She's got sick clothes, so like I can't be living with her and be dressing like that. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
doesn't work
no
that
no.
way. You can't, I don't know. In certain situations, I guess it makes sense, but when you're living in New York, especially as like students and stuff, I think you gotta step it up. I was embarrassed to wear leggings to class, so I never did. I don't know.
Whatever though. But at the same time, you can't let these people pressure you. It's one of my big fashion things, bro. You just gotta as much as I'm rashing things like chunky feelers and the dirty Air Forces, you still just gotta excuse me, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's very fair. You gotta definitely find your own style for sure. But I would say the worst trend I ever felt probably was or followed would be I don't know. And probably the Converse. Those were bad. I kind of think the Birks were a bad phase for Grace too. I'm not gonna lie. I wore those kind of too much.
I'll die on the hill that Birkenstocks are fire. Like I wish I had a pair of Birkenstocks.
I think that's crazy.
I need to buy a pair.
Yeah.
For the summertime, I'm gonna wear no socks. I'm a sock kind of guy. Like I wear socks and slides, but if I get the Birkenstocks, I'm gonna let the dogs out and I'm just be a free man.
All of the dogs out. I'm dead. It does feel good. It's kind of liberating.
I'm saying like I need like I have this like vision like if I get a pair of Birkenstocks, I'll not wear socks and I like go out in nature and like walk through the grass field and let the grass tickle my toes and it's like
where are you gonna do that in Manhattan? Where?
I don't know, man. Central Park.
Okay, that's fair.
Like if I got a pair of Birkenstocks, I gotta start drinking like oat milk or like something. Like I gotta
Yeah, kombucha. Start
be
eating
more
oatmeal.
natural or something. Yeah, I gotta be a little more earthy, crunchy. Like I haven't earned it yet.
Yeah, you'll get there. You call Lexi. She can help you out.
Yeah, no cap. I need to eat some quinoa or something.
Yeah, she's got all the recipes for you for sure. I want her on the podcast so bad. She's like, I don't know what I would talk about, and I'm like, how about food?
Like, you should talk about food.
Dude, yeah, food's her thing. I gotta get her on. All right. Anyways, yeah, probably the low top white Converse. And the high tops are fine, I feel like, but I don't know.
Converse is really not that bad. They're not bad.
Yeah, they're not that bad, but I think I wore them a little bit too much. Like,
oh, like they're the destroyed ones.
ooh, yeah, that was definitely the go-to shoe for like 5 years. So
I feel like there are some shoes that look good, like just a little bit beat, a little bit, not like the demolished Air Force ones I was talking about.
yeah,
I call it having some character to your shoes.
there we go.
You don't want it to look like it just came like fresh out the box, but like,
Yeah,
you know, like you want to be like, yeah, like I wear these shoes. Like Vans are shoes like that. Like when I get a new pair of Vans and they look like perfect, I'm like these look like I don't even want to wear them. Like these look mad weird. Like
that's true.
why does they look so perfectly white? Like the swoosh looks like it was bleached. I'm like,
Yeah,
nah, I had to
figuring
like
out.
go kick a sidewalk or something, get these shoes a little dirty.
Yeah, I need a new pair of Vans.
I got you, bro.
I know you do. That's why I said I gotta find a new pair. That's on the list of things I gotta do. Oh my God, I didn't tell you this.
What?
I can't believe I didn't tell you because I bought a pair of sneakers and I didn't tell you, but I know you're gonna approve because you already approved of them. I forget what they're called. The Nike. You have a pair. The Cortez. Is that right?
Oh yes, I was trying to get you to buy those a while ago too.
Yeah. I finally got them. I finally pulled the plug. I bought them used, which is kind of gross, but
Dang.
they
Why
look
did you buy them
perfect.
used? They're mad cheap.
Because I got them really cheap. I got them for like $20.
That's not bad then.
Mm-mm. But I got them black and white. I kind of wanted the cooler ones, but
Oh yeah, mine are the same as those, but like switch, like black with the white swoosh.
oh, cool. Okay, fuck with that.
Actually, I haven't worn them in a while. They're surprisingly extremely comfortable though.
They look comfy. I'm pumped.
Really comfortable.
I've been like itching for a new shoe, but I'm trying so hard to save money. So I'm like, I'll get the cheap pair.
I can like hold myself off for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm like in my head, I'm like, dang, I haven't bought any like clothes or anything in so long. And someone's like, well, didn't you buy like new shoes like 2 weeks ago? I'm like, shut up.
You're like, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about budgeting. You gotta budget your money.
No cap.
Okay, all right. This is a loaded question, but who or what inspires you with fashion? So is there a celebrity or do you have an idol? Maybe your dad. Does your dad inspire your fashion?
No offense to my dad if he ever sees this, but he does not inspire my fashion.
It's fair. My dad doesn't either, so it's valid.
He would be mad if he heard that.
No.
Not mad, but I hope he does see this. But,
Aw.
no, my dad does not inspire my fashion, unfortunately. Maybe one day, long ago, when I was a little kid, but not anymore.
I'm trying to inspire my father's fashion skills. He needs a little help.
I got him. I should be a stylist.
You should.
I'll get your dad real fresh.
He could use it. He needs a haircut too. His
Nah,
hair,
he doesn't. Nah, he doesn't.
it's getting like bobbling. Like it's like long.
That sounds fire.
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna cut it. Cut it short.
I'm dead. But my fashion icon, I feel like I'm not the type of person to really idolize celebrities like that. So I feel like I don't really have a fashion icon. I guess someone that I like a lot would probably be like ASAP Rocky. Um, the reason why I like him is I feel like he really just be wearing like whatever. Like even if I don't think like his outfit is fire, like he's just doing him. Same thing with like Young Thug. Like those would just be wearing whatever, bro. Like, and I think that like I said, like that's like important about fashion. Like having your own personal style is like really important. Like not worrying about what other people think. I mean, it's obviously different when you're a celebrity and you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're spending on your outfits. Like at the end of the day, like you got to do you and make your own mark and have your own style. Like those dudes just be doing whatever. I feel like ASAP Rocky more so because like he be wearing regular people stuff too, which I can appreciate out of like once again, like I said, like people that have like hundreds and thousands of dollars that they're spending on their outfits, like ASAP Rocky still be wearing like Vans and stuff. So like that's dope. And it's cool to see like sort of like how I said, like people feel like if they're not wearing like sneakers that cost $1,000, like they're not fly. But like look at ASAP Rocky, like he just wore Vans and changed the color of his laces, and he's looking fresh to death right now, like on the cover of GQ or some shit. Like it doesn't matter. So
That's true.
I don't know. People need to pay attention to more stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's hard. I hate idolizing celebrities like that too, because I feel like a lot of the time they're not even the ones picking out their clothes. It's like they've hired some stylists to kind of get their whole brand for them.
Yeah, no cap. That's why I don't even bother.
Yeah, it's not as authentic as we all think it is, you know?
For real.
Be what it be.
I mean, people who know me know that I don't be following celebrities like that.
Yeah. That's a good thing. That's a really good thing.
Like I like a lot of musicians for their music, but
Right.
I mean they do cool stuff. But other than their music, like I'm a rock with that too. But I don't be idolizing people like that.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't. It's a huge thing. I feel like in our generation, has nothing to do with fashion, but every person's trying to be an influencer, and then they're trying to influence how you think and what you're doing, and it gets
No,
messy quick, you know.
that's what I would call weirdo behavior.
There you go. I like that.
Exactly what it is, weirdo behavior.
Weird behavior. That's a funny term.
Write my honest thesis on weirdo behavior.
Yeah, I talk about that a
I'd
lot.
probably get a Pulitzer Prize if I did. No cap. I got a lot to say about weirdo behavior.
You should do it. You should honestly.
Yeah.
That's the next podcast.
I was gonna say we're gonna have to have another podcast where I just talk about weirdos.
Oh yeah, yeah. You and Jacob. That's what we're gonna talk about. Weirdo behavior.
Why is our generation acting like such weirdos?
Yeah, there's some stuff. It is a weird time. Weird time. For sure.
We'll save that for the next podcast.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's stop now. All right. This is such a stupid question to ask you because it's so obvious from listening to you talk. But what article of clothing, what piece makes the look come together?
Yeah, obviously sneakers.
Obviously. Almost a waste of breath.
The whole time. Facts. I should have just not said it and just let the people guess.
I know. Yeah, I guess it didn't really need to be
for like 3 hours now. I wonder.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, definitely sneakers. Like I said, like that's what I started on. And like when I see people in public, like the first thing I look at is their feet. I'm like,
really?
Oh, 100%. I'm like, what are you wearing on your feet? Like, not to judge a book by a cover, but I feel like it says a lot about a person, like what you're wearing on your feet. I mean, at the same time, like I'm the type of guy that'll go outside in Crocs with my sweatpants tucked into my socks. But I don't care. Like, I'm gonna still look at people's feet.
That's valid. Hey, I like that. That's a confidence. Like,
I'm confident in my swag where I
that's
can
fair.
go outside like that. I don't care.
You're like, you're gonna judge me? Do it. I dare you. Like, please.
Yeah, no cap.
I like that.
Like,
That's a
it's okay. I'm gonna still go bummy. I be going outside bummy all the time. Like I said, in high school, I used to wear Crocs all the time. Like, I don't care.
So, are you like a firm believer of Crocs? Like, are you a? There should be a word for someone that wears Crocs.
I'm gonna make something up, but yeah, I'm Croc game for life, bro.
I gotta get a pair of Crocs.
Crocs are they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable.
They could be
They
the
just
ugliest
like
shoe ever, though. I feel like that's an ugly shoe. My opinion.
I
I mean, I'm
don't whoever designed Crocs, I just want to know what they were thinking.
not.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. We don't need to discuss it anymore. I just want to know what they're thinking. I'm genuinely curious.
It's valid.
We'll leave it at that.
There was probably a lot of thought that went into it.
Facts.
What would you? Do you have a favorite brand? I feel like you probably. It seems like you have a lot of different stuff, and I know you thrift too. So, I don't know how important brand is to you, but
Yeah, I definitely don't have a favorite brand. There are brands that have like multiple items in. Um, I don't know. I'm the same as I'm the type of person to not idolize celebrities. I do not idolize brands. Like,
mhm.
I'm not gonna buy something because of the brand. Like, I'm gonna buy it because it's cool or buy it because I fuck with it. Like,
Yeah,
but I don't care who made it. So like, if it happens to be a certain brand, it happens to be a certain brand. And like, a lot of the places where I shop at aren't like brand websites. So it's um like department store style. It's not an actual department store, but like they'll have a lot of different brands.
yeah, sure.
But it's like, I'm buying sweatpants because I like them, not because they're made by so and so. So there's definitely not like specific brands I fuck with. I mean, not like one brand that's my favorite, but there's a bunch of brands I like.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I feel like if you're too into the name brands, the specific ones, like I don't know, Gucci or stuff like that.
Yeah, facts. Like,
That's a whole, I don't know. It's a different
I
style.
feel like people are really obsessed with brands. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
Like, I know I told you about this before, but like how people are obsessed with like flexing like a brand name, like wearing like Louis Vuitton monogram stuff, like bags or like Gucci, whatever that says like Gucci big letters across their chest or something. Like, that's more weirdo behavior. Like, I do have clothes like that. Like, I literally have a Supreme fleece and yellow letters that says Supreme across my chest. I mean, I fuck with that fleece,
Valid.
but I think the problem with people wearing stuff is like that is that they think that they are fashionable because of the words on their clothes and not because of the clothes themselves that they're wearing, which feeds even more into the mindset where I was talking about, where I feel like people feel the pressure to be wearing shoes that cost $1,000 that they can't even afford.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah. Especially I love seeing the kids that are like decked out in like 15 different brands, but it's like head to toe, like labeled, Supreme hat and then like
Yeah,
Gucci shirt and like it's like, what are you doing, dude? I think that looks weird. I don't really think it's like
really weird.
fashionable.
Yeah, nah, definitely.
It's just a weird style in general.
Especially because like a lot of these brands, like it's not like they make clothes that only have their name on it.
Yeah,
Like if you were to look at Supreme's website, like most of their stuff doesn't say Supreme all over it.
that's
They,
crazy. I didn't know
like
that.
you can like Supreme without wearing something that says Supreme in big letters on it. That's just what's popular with Supreme. Like one of maybe my favorite T-shirt, just a plain black Supreme T-shirt that says Supreme, like has this like really small tag like on the bottom hem. It just says Supreme. It's like this big,
That's crazy.
but it's just a plain black T-shirt. I love that T-shirt.
Was it expensive? I have to ask.
It was like $60.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay. Whew, that's
I mean, it is kind of expensive for a t-shirt, but it wasn't like anything ridiculous.
No, yeah, I'm thinking thousands of bucks. I don't know. I don't have any perception of.
The day I spent that much money on a t-shirt,
I would hope you wouldn't.
I don't know.
Oh, I got a good question. What is the most money you've spent on a pair of sneakers or article of clothing? Honestly, it can go both ways.
The most money I spent on a single article of clothing was my Canada Goose jacket.
Oh, that's worth it though. I feel
it was like $1,100.
Whew.
Yeah, it was steep. I had to be mentally prepared because I wanted to get one. I'm trying to think. I got mine last year, so it's like a little over a year old. But I was trying to get it a year before. I think like my mom was gonna like go half on it with me for Christmas or something. But when you wait until winter, they're like all sold out, so they didn't have the one I wanted. So I was like, damn. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy myself one. So I remember like right when I moved back into the dorm in like September, like we had just got back, like the school year, like just I don't even think school had started yet. I was like, I'm going to the Canada Goose store and buying myself a Canada Goose. Like I don't care.
I tried it on. I remember trying it on.
Yo, the thing is probably so big on you. It's big on me now because I lost so much weight since then. But that jacket is mighty warm. Like, I mean, this isn't a Canada Goose ad, so I won't go on all day about it. But
yeah, I feel like that's a staple for like people who are from New England too, because I see those everywhere in mass. Like everyone's wearing either North Face or Canadian Goose.
Yeah, they're mad popular.
They're big here.
I actually,
Makes sense.
on purpose, got the one that doesn't have like the red, white, and blue label on it. They have like a black label series, so it's like a black and gray, like blacked out label. I personally think it looks better, and I don't have that stupid bright ass Canada Goose logo on it.
Yeah, makes it a little different too.
Yeah, facts. It's like low key. A lot of my clothes I like to be low key.
That's fair.
But I guess that's kind of like corny though. Like thinking about your question, like that's not exciting. Like most I spent on a single article of clothing, like a Canada Goose. That's corny. But
it's not corny. It makes sense.
I mean, it's not exciting though. I want to give people something exciting.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you got something else. Bring it on.
I got you right now. In high school, I bought a pair of Versace dress shoes for $750. This was in high school.
Do you even have that much money in high school?
I mean, I did. I bought the shoes.
That's fair. You're like, I have them right here. So
shout out to my best friend at home, Olivia Bromander, because technically she bought them for me because I didn't want the purchase to show up on my debit card because my parents could see my bank information. So I was like, if my dad looks at the charges and sees Versace $750, like it's over for me. So I was like going to the ATM like on a weekly basis and would just like draw out some cash, like $200 like every now and then. And I would just like keep it in my pocket. And then like after a few weeks I gave it to Olivia and she put it in her bank and then bought the shoes for me so that it didn't show up on my bank card. Like it was just like you would just look and see a bunch of like ATM charges or whatever.
That's crazy. I didn't know your parents. See, I didn't know your parents were so strict about like what you would.
They hate. Every time in high school I would buy a pair of shoes. Like if I went out to downtown Boston, like down crossing, like I said, and bought shoes, I would hide them when I came in the house. Like I would have to bring a backpack with me so I could put the shoebox in my backpack and act like I didn't buy shoes because I knew my parent, more specifically my dad, would get mad at me because he would say that I'm spending too much money on shoes. It'll be funny if he sees this, but yeah. So like,
yeah, sorry, it happened.
Yeah, sorry. Like it's in the past. Now I don't know what else to tell you, but yeah, like it's funny because like my mom would like see me in like some new shoes because like she would notice like they're not shoes I had for a while. And she'd be like, are those new shoes? And I'd be like, yeah, you bought these for me. Or like,
don't you remember?
Yeah, I'm like, no, like I've had these shoes forever, like something like that.
Oh, I love that. I feel like moms have a tendency, at least my mom's extremely detail oriented, so this could be just my mom thing, but they notice little things like that. Dads have no idea.
Yeah, my mom caught on after a while, but also after a long time, like senior is different. Like I would just like, yo, like I'd be mad bored in school, and I would just be like ordering like online shopping, just like ordered like $300 worth of clothes, and just like in the middle of school,
Oh my God.
like, and just get it sent to my house. I remember like a bunch of times I had to get clothes sent to like my best friend Trayvon's house. Like I literally texted him like, Trayvon, what's your address? I'm about to send some clothes to your house.
I've done that before.
I was like, yeah, I'll just like pick them up at some point. Cause like I knew I was forcing it. I was like, I already ordered like mad things this month. Like if another bulk order comes in, like it's not gonna be hot.
Yeah, parents are gonna freak out.
But the
My mom.
Versace shoes for $750, that was monumental. It completed the prom fit because I had the Versace belt to match.
How much was that? Is that expensive here?
Yeah, it was like over $500.
Bro, that's a lot of money for a belt.
Yeah, I know. I probably wouldn't do something like that again, but like back in the day, like I was fiending for a designer belt. Like I need a designer belt. And I was like, and I need one that like I haven't seen anybody wear. I'm like, everybody has a Gucci belt. Everybody, I mean, I see mad people with Ferragamo belts. I'm like, I need something. Like I want it to be flashy. Like it's literally, oh, I have it in my drawer, I think. Yeah, my drawer right here.
Dude, in the
Like
bag.
it's literally a golden Medusa head.
It doesn't get more flashy
Like
than that.
this is flashy as hell. Ironically, I don't wear it a lot anymore. Cause I'm like, what the hell? Like, look at this. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to wear this with?
I don't know, yeah.
But I mean, obviously, it's a mad nice belt. I
Yeah.
mean, how much that
That will
shit
probably
costs?
like you keep that for a while. I bet that will resell for crazy money in a couple decades, probably. But you know, whatever.
Yeah, at that point, it probably won't even matter.
Yeah, they'll have like 5 different replicas of it. No, I'm kidding. All right, I got a good question for you. How does culture and music play a role in your style?
Um, I don't know. Maybe actually, I feel like personally, culture affects my style more than music does.
Mhm.
Just because of being in New York, sort of like what I said, like the bar is higher here, and like I don't know, like you just gotta be fly. And I feel like there are certain things that like I've probably gotten into. Like I can't name them though, but there's probably certain styles that have influenced me, like being in New York, that I probably wouldn't have been influenced by otherwise.
Definitely.
Um, I work at the North Face, so like there's a lot of North Face esque stuff like that I'm interested in, but that's just a product of me working at North Face, not necessarily New York.
Yeah.
But I mean, still like there's like this North Face jacket called a Nupsy that's like it's interesting. I seen a high snobiety article that it was determined that this jacket was the single most popular men's item for fall winter 2020.
Wait, I want to see what it looks like. What's it called?
A
Okay.
Nupsy. Yeah, you can just look up. It's Nupste. But
You
yeah, those are like mad popular. Like it's like a joke with people I work with about like how bad and how everybody comes into the store asking for one, even though we've been sold out for months.
Helena, I think Helena just got this jacket, right? Did Matt
Yeah,
get
yeah,
one?
yeah. She
Yeah.
did.
Actually, I like this jacket a lot. It's wicked cool.
Nah, they're fire. I
Yeah,
love, I love them.
they're
Um,
dumb money though.
I feel like for a winter jacket, it's not crazy. I mean, but I also get a discount. That's why I'd be saying like a lot of people. I'm like, I
Yeah.
mean, like maybe if I didn't get 50%, like I wouldn't buy
Oh,
this. But I'm just like,
50%. I
with the
might need you to buy me
with
this
the discount,
jacket.
with the discount, everything in the store looks good.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, culturally, I feel like I said, like I can't name specifically what might be affecting my style, but there's something going on out here.
Yeah.
There's something. I don't know what it is. Maybe someone who can look at me from the outside can give a better answer. But like, oh, like he's wearing this, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I also feel like, once again, like not to be cocky, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I wear that a lot of other people might not wear.
Mm-hmm.
Like specific things. I mean, there's like specific ways that I dress. I wear a lot of baggy clothes. That's
Mm-hmm.
partially because I lost mad weight and just my clothes are baggy now, so I don't have I don't have an option.
Yeah, you're like, this is gonna be bad. Does that bother you? Because I feel like
It wasn't baggy by choice.
do you like, does that bother that like you've lost the weight, so now you're like, do you have to buy new clothes? Because
I mean, yes and no, because also like
fine.
before it was like there were a lot of clothes that didn't like fit me the way I wanted them to, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
And
do.
there's like certain brands like the way like Nike brand stuff is size, I swear to God is trash. Cause like I would wear like a size like men's large in a t-shirt or whatever. And like most t-shirts are like fine when I wear a men's large. But for some reason like a Nike large like doesn't get like bigger, it just gets longer. So I have a t-shirt that's like it's like a little bigger, but now it's like all the way down like almost at my knees. And I'm
Mhm.
like why are all these Nike t-shirts like that? Like so weird. So it's like certain things like that. And I'm like, now I can't even wear Nike t-shirts because like none of them are size right for like the way my body fits.
Mhm.
Like it didn't get that much bigger and it's just like mad long. So like it didn't fix my problem with needing to size up, which is mad annoying.
That is annoying.
But yeah, I don't know, and it's just an excuse to buy more clothes. So hey, here we are. Like anything to get me to buy more clothes.
I feel that.
Another cultural influence. Ooh, I missed it because I actually seen it in the back. But fitted hats. If I didn't live in New York, I probably wouldn't have got a fitted hat as soon as I did. Shout out to Brandy and Ken if they ever watch this. They definitely put me onto that. Making
Yeah.
sure I didn't buy any black nasties. Funny you were there. You were there when I bought the
Oh,
Pirates hat that I thought had a gray brim. And I seen it was a black nasty and we had to turn our asses around
I
and
remember that.
fucking return that shit. Cause I was like, there is no way I'm leaving with the black nasty. And I guess for people who are watching this and don't know what that is, I can actually grab one.
Yeah.
The bottom of the fitted hat is part of the brand. If it's black, wearing a black nasty, and take that shit off your head because it's disgusting.
Wait, why is that bad? I remember asking this question when you guys turned around, and I was like, I don't get it.
It's disgusting. That's why it's bad.
Yeah, that was, I think, what you said too. I still don't get it, but
You're gonna wear black nasty? Have some self dignity. What the hell?
okay, fair,
It
fair.
at least has to be gray. Like honestly, like any gray is like the standard if it's not black. If it's not a black nasty, at least make sure your grim is is gray.
Is
But
white like the best, or what is the?
there isn't like
It's not.
white. There's like other like colors. Like you get like a light blue, like green, like yellow. They got other fly colors, but that's a whole nother story. Use some real fly material. But I don't have fitteds like that. That's like a summertime thing. So like I have like four fitted hats. Like next summer, I gotta get on more.
Yeah.
There's like certain styles like I can't be wearing in certain times of the year. Like
Oh yeah,
can't be wearing a fitted hat in the winter. Bro, it's like 30 degrees outside. I need a beanie on my head. Like,
that's fair. I have a point.
wearing no fitteds, like, yo, I'm gonna be mad cold. But,
Especially now it's stone cold.
to also further answer your question, music definitely is a gigantic impact on fashion. It has such a big impact. I don't even know how to quantify how impactful music is, but it is huge. Like, if you think of, like, even listening to rap, like, there's so many things that are like cool that nobody would have ever known if their favorite rapper did not say it in a song.
Definitely.
Like, literally one that I was thinking about today when I was walking back to my apartment was Mike and Mary jeans. I'm like, nobody would know what Mike and Mary jeans are if like people weren't rapping, if like Pop Smoke wasn't like Mike and Mary, like bro, like no one knows what Mike and Mary jeans are. Like partially because it's like they're $1,000 jeans. Like, not to be offensive to these people, but they're not for you. So like, you don't know what Mike and Mary jeans are, bro. Like it's just as simple as that. But then Pop Smoke says it, and everybody wants Mike and Mary jeans now.
Yeah. Crazy how that
that's
is.
just like the perfect example of it.
Miss Pop
But
Smoke.
it's like all this kind of stuff. It's mostly with like expensive things, of course, because the rappers are trying to flex their expensive clothes. But
Yeah.
you know, they set the trends, like, and it's interesting. Like you can even like listen to lyrics. Like a lot of rappers like say how like something that like used to be like mad cool in rap is not cool anymore. Like once again with Mike and Mary's, like rappers will say like these are not True Religion jeans. Like these are Mike and Mary's. Like True Religion jeans used to be fire in rap. Like Young Thug used to rap about True Religion jeans. Like yo, like 10 years ago, like if you had True Religion jeans, you were the shit. I mean, to be fair, True Religion jeans are a lot cheaper than Mike and Mary's. Like True Religion jeans are like 200, 250, like 300, around that price range. They're not cheap, but Mike and Mary's are like $1,000 for a pair of jeans. But still, like True Religions were the shit.
That's
But now it's like these are not True Religions, bro. Like these are Mike and Mary's. So True Religions aren't even cool anymore like that.
That's crazy how like I don't know. That's very interesting. I didn't know that about True Religion.
Yeah, rap really be pushing the culture, bro.
Yeah. Definitely. Absolutely. Even yeah. I mean, especially when I feel like rappers come out with shoes too. Usually those are instant hits. I mean, Kanye, Travis Scott, I don't know who else.
Yeah, if people think they're cool. I mean, Kanye actually does this though. Like he be designing stuff.
Yeah, he's always doing something.
I can't speak for Travis Scott.
Do you not like Travis Scott? His stuff?
I fuck with Travis Scott music. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't know how much I can get behind him as an individual, which is okay.
Interesting.
I don't feel any kind of way about him, but it's whatever.
That's valid. I have no idea anything about Travis Scott.
His music's fire though. Don't get me wrong. I don't
Right?
want anybody to hear this and think that I don't fuck with Travis Scott's music.
Fair. That's very fair. Who's your favorite rapper? I think I know this, but
Guess.
is it A$AP Rocky or is it? I have all right. Hang on, I got four people come to mind. So it's either like it's
Four
A$AP,
people. Whoa.
well, four like whatever. A$AP Mob comes. I think you answered that one time when I asked.
Yeah, but that's multiple people. That's
I know, and then I think I
they
asked
don't even
you.
all rap. Fun fact: they don't even all rap. That's not even what ASAP was founded on.
Oh, I don't know that. I definitely thought they all rapped.
No.
What else do
Like
they do?
they're just like creatives. Like they're
Oh,
honestly just like friends. Honestly, they're just like a group of friends.
it's kind of cute.
They made ASAP Gang. Like they all grew up together. Like they're mostly known for their rapping. I would say like the most famous person who doesn't rap is probably ASAP Bari. He actually designed the brand V-Lone. He's the designer behind that. I don't know if you've heard of V-Lone, but yeah, I don't fuck with V-Lone. Supposedly ASAP Bari is a rapist, so I'm not gonna be wearing any V-Lone anytime soon. It's still mad popular though, but that's a story for another time, I guess.
That's tough. Am I right though? Is it A$AP Rocky?
No. Well, I would say no. I feel like that's very complicated though, because I listen to so much music. You definitely know this. Like my Spotify Wrapped this year is crazy. I had like over 200,000 minutes of music.
Dude,
Yeah, like
that's a lot. I definitely did not. I didn't
I
listen
know,
to music this.
I know 200,000 minutes, but it changes a lot. Like I would say right now, the rapper that I'm enjoying the most is West Side Gun, who you probably don't know unless you like seen me like post stuff about him on Instagram. But he's like
the songs.
he would probably be considered underground. But
There you go.
yeah, that's definitely my favorite rapper right now. But it's changing. I don't know if I have a favorite of all time. That's kind of a hard decision for me to make.
Yeah, I have a couple of his songs downloaded. I don't know why, because I don't remember listening to them, but Pray in Paris and Fly God is an Awesome God.
That's mad random out of those.
I don't know. It's on my phone. I would have either guessed J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, or
Valid,
Jay
valid,
Critch.
valid.
Yeah, those would have been the other three I would have guessed.
I don't know. It's hard to choose one as a thing.
Yeah, no, it's hard. I don't really know if I have a favorite artist either. It's hard to pick. There's a lot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
I listen to Brent Faiyaz a lot recently too. Not a rapper, but Brent
He's
Faiyaz is
awesome.
fire.
I love him. I used to listen to him a lot my freshman year of college.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
dope.
Super dope. He's wicked good. All right. We got to get into this because I feel like we've talked a little bit about it, but I want to know your opinions about fast fashion. I guess as a whole, I mean, I wrote down some stuff about Nike because I think that's obviously Nike shoes are huge. And they have a lot of, child labor laws that are kind of a little messy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about all that?
I think fast fashion is whack, but probably not for the reason that a lot of people think fast fashion is whack. Obviously people are like, oh well, these clothes are this cheap for a reason. Like how, once again, like Primark, how is Primark making a profit selling t-shirts for $2? Like that doesn't make any sense. Like obviously because they're exploiting their workers, but like I said, I did talk to you about this a little bit before earlier. It's not an issue that's unique to fast fashion brands. Like everywhere is guilty of it. Other than places that are like hand making everything that they have out of like raw materials, like everywhere is using cheap labor, and this isn't even unique to the fashion industry. And I told you about the whole race to the bottom, where, say for example, China is the country with the cheapest labor. Every single company wants to set up factories in China, like Apple or H&M or wherever, and exploit the cheap labor so that they can make more money. And over time, the workers demand better wages and benefits and working conditions, and the companies will give a little bit, but it gets to a point where it's too much money for them, so then they'll just leave that economy and go find another cheap economy to exploit, like South America or like another lesser developed country where they can just exploit cheap labor, and it's just a cycle. So it's not like, a lot of people are like, oh, like don't buy from H&M and Zara because they use cheap labor, but really, like everywhere, like
Yeah.
they're not the only countries that have made in China tags on their clothes. Like that's all clothes, bro.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
You gotta wear something, man.
I just think that stuff's not worth it because
Mm.
it's it's cheap. I personally think some of it is overpriced, considering the quality is not good. Like that doesn't mean that all their clothes like that, but like those clothes are not good quality.
Mm-hmm. So you definitely value quality more than anything, probably, right?
Um, I want to say over everything, but quality is important, especially if you're gonna be spending a decent amount of money on clothes. Like I would hope, once again, like I'd say, I would hope some clothes will last you for longer than a year. Like I would hope your clothes aren't just falling apart.
Yeah, that's true. Especially like a can't what do you call it? Canadian Goose. That can't last only a year. I
Yeah,
think
no,
it's gotta be for life.
like exactly. Like I would want something. Like I don't want to buy something thinking that it has an expiration date on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's
I don't expect my clothes to last until the end of time. Like I
yeah.
don't want to buy an H&M hoodie and think that this hoodie is only gonna last me a year. Like what kind of bullshit is that?
Yeah. Plus, you gotta take care of your clothes too. I mean, you were talking about shoes earlier. You gotta put the effort in. I mean, I remember one time talking to you about how to take care of your jeans. Like, you don't wash your jeans every time you wear them. I
Like
used to wash my jeans all
you're
the
not
time.
supposed to.
Yeah. There's just like stuff like that I feel like not enough people know about, but it's wicked important because your clothes will last longer if you take care of them.
Yeah, facts.
Very interesting. All right. This is the last question I have for you.
Ooh.
It's very it's very important. I think it is important, at
Is
least.
it the most important one?
It might be I might call it the most important one, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just messing with you.
So first thing, explain to me what Fresh Mockajocka is, and then I'll go into my follow-up question. Explain
So
to the audience.
where Fresh Mockajocka started, funny enough, was when I got a PlayStation 4, I needed to change my username for like my online gamer tag or whatever, because my old one talk about embarrassing. This is as embarrassing as the bad hat. My old username was A2000 cool guy. Like looking at it on a piece of paper is even worse. Like it's so bad, Grace. Like
It's not good.
I won't get into it. But anyways, so my new name, Fresh Mockajocka. I'm like, this is what I'm gonna rock with. But I had also like my old Instagram username used to also be A2000 cool guy. Like consistency is key, you know the vibes.
Oh, yeah.
I had to change that to Fresh Mockajocka too, because I was like, now that I have a new poppin' username like Fresh Mockajocka, it wasn't poppin' then, but I was like, I need change. This change is overdue. So it was just like something that I like had with like my usernames, like Fresh Mockajocka on PlayStation, on Instagram. When I made a Twitter, it's the same thing. Except fun fact, on Twitter it doesn't have an H, because when I made my Twitter account, I made a typo. So my username is like Fresh with no H, Mockajocka. But then my friend Josh Ellison thought he was being a funny bastard and tried to make a Twitter fan account for me, but he used the real username. So I couldn't take it after. So he made some random burner account with the real username. So I can't have like the real username Fresh Mockajocka for my Twitter.
Oh, dude, that's not cool.
Nah, it was funny. It's whatever.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's just like a nice little funny story. If anybody who ever looked at my Twitter wonder why I don't have actual Fresh Mockajocka, because it's not like you see other people running around with the Fresh Mockajocka username.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, and it's kind of like a name that stuck. Like it like became like iconic locally. Like mad people are like, yo, like I remember there's one dude I went to high school with, like call me Fresh for short, like short for Fresh Mockajocka.
That's cool, actually. That's way cool.
And there's like mad people, like when they see me, they're like, yo, like Fresh Mockajocka, like I don't know, it's like a thing, like people fuck with that. I was not expecting this. Like I said, like mind you, this was my PlayStation 4 username that I came up with, but I don't even know when the PlayStation 4 came out, like mad long ago. I didn't make it thinking that people were gonna fuck with it and start calling me Fresh Mockajocka. Like when they see me in person, like not like, yo, what's up, Andrew? Like, yo, Fresh Mockajocka. Like,
it's a sick name. How did you like think about it ahead of time, or like how did you come up with it?
I'm gonna keep that a secret.
All right, fair.
I told people, but if you know, you know.
There we go. I like that.
I definitely told you before, but
probably have.
I guess the podcast doesn't get to know. That's gonna have to be one of the secrets I'm gonna have to leave out.
For another day.
Yeah, I gotta be a little mysterious. Keep it interesting.
Hell yeah, I'm for it. What? So now you have something, Mr. Mockajocka. You got a whole nother thing. What is that? Tell everyone what that is on Instagram.
So I started this over quarantine, because who didn't start something over quarantine, bro? Like we were stuck in the crib, bored out of our fucking minds. We watched everything on Netflix. You know you're in trouble when Netflix isn't interesting anymore. Like when you're looking past Netflix, like I think everyone learned how to cook. Like, yo, people gained like mad skills over quarantine.
Hell yeah.
But I was like, it's actually something that I've been wanting to start for mad long, because like, no surprise, I have a lot of clothes, like a lot, like too many. And like the problem was like, I mean, now I'm in an apartment here in New York, but when I lived in a dorm, like as I'm like living in the dorm in New York, like I'm buying clothes. Then I would like go home, move back home. I don't have room in my closet or my drawers back home. So I just like pile of clothes in my room that was like multiple feet deep. Like just I didn't have anywhere to put them. Like they were just like laid out like flat in this pile. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, I know that they're because the problem is like I had like good clothes that I didn't want to just like give away necessarily. Like I was like or like throw away. I'm like, these are like good quality clothes like that I just amassed over time. So I was like, I feel like I can like sell them or something. Like that would be like a good way to, do like some what is it called? Some secondhand clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Save planet Earth a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they won't buy that H&M hoodie. They'll buy my hoodie. Mine will be more fly too. They'll be better off.
Thanks.
But so yeah, I just started like taking pictures of stuff, like listening it up on the Instagram. Like I have a Depop and Poshmark now too. But basically, like I just wanted to like be able to like give people a place to like buy like dope stuff for like cheap. Sort of similar to thrifting, but not just like I feel like thrifting is all like a lot of old and like beat stuff. Like you don't see a lot of like new or like almost new condition stuff thrifting. Or I thought it being like mad overpriced, but I don't know. Like most of the stuff, like I was honestly just trying to get rid of a lot of it. So it ended up like working out. So I'll be listing stuff up in there, and I also took it as like an opportunity as like another platform to be able to like resell like sneakers and stuff I was buying and sort of touch upon like the retro ones that I sold. And like that kind of stuff like works out for everybody because like StockX is like the big super company to be like reselling sneakers and stuff on, but people don't fuck with StockX because they charge you mad extra money and like they be on some funny money shit and like it would be better off if you just buy it off someone. So like I could sell it for less than it's going for on StockX. I make extra money because I'm not paying fees. You save money because it's cheaper. You're not paying StockX fees. So it's just like something like that. So
See the middleman out.
so it's a win-win situation for everybody.
I love that.
And I started making custom sneakers. I started with the first ones I started doing were the Hydro Vans. Those are mad fun to make. I honestly am gonna make myself a pair. I'm like, why do I not have my own pair? I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, you should.
I was gonna make the other custom shoes that I make for the people who are listening or watching were like the Air Force Ones with bandanas on them. And I was gonna make myself a third pair of those. And I was like, I don't even have one pair of my custom Vans. Like, I'm bugging. Like, so I'm gonna do that very soon. Very soon, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Hell yeah.
Because they're like I have like the video on my Instagram. The best part about making these shoes is the tape peel at the end. Like talk about satisfying. Like it is, bro. It is out of this world. it makes it all worth it. So good. But yeah, now what I'm trying to move into more recently is like, I guess it's a reflection of my own style. Like I want to make more like really like I guess I would call them like rare pieces of clothing. Like I want to make something that's just like it's just like this one. Like I'm gonna make a sneaker. Like this is the only sneaker that I'm gonna make like this. Or like this, I'm gonna like make this T-shirt, but this is the only. Like I'm not making more T-shirts. Like you can ask me, I'm like, nah, bro, this is the only one. So like I learned how to like sew and embroider. I'm currently working on like a pair of sneakers right now that I talked to you about, but that's like real hush hush right now until I'm done with them and I'm ready to like post those on my Instagram or whatever. But they're gonna be fire. Trust.
Oh, I believe you. I have no doubt.
Like it's like the next stage, and I just posted on my Instagram story today for the page. It's almost a year old, so it's like we're growing up now.
Yeah, take it to a new level.
Yeah, facts.
I think about this all the time. Why are you an econ major and not like a fashion major? Seems like you have every passion and equipment, like all of it, to be like something big in the fashion world.
That's what everybody asks, and it's funny because this came up in Jacob's podcast too. Like he talked about this.
Yeah.
He's an econ major too, but he was talking
I did. You're right.
Passion in photography, and it's really like the same thing. Like I feel like there are a lot of overlaps, and you can do a lot with the econ degree. I know he touched upon this, and it's really like the same thing. Like I don't feel limited by my degree, and yeah, I don't know. econ majors pay the bills. Like he talked about that. He's like, I don't know what getting a degree in art would look like, but I'm more sure of what getting a degree in economics might look like in terms of job opportunities. And even if it might not be in what you're looking for, a hobby or passion wise, like it can still be something. And I enjoy economics. Like don't get me wrong. Like academically, economics are interesting to me. So
Good thing.
yeah, facts.
Yeah, glad someone
Like
likes it.
yeah, so I like what I study, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's my hobby or my passion, but I do enjoy it. So
Can always do both.
yeah, facts.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
But I don't know. Definitely in the social media age today, it's not impossible to do something substantial without um, like the art degree or fashion degree or whatever.
Mhm.
And I feel like there's a lot of stuff involved in that I'm like really not interested in. Like I'm not interested in runway fashion and like all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm like I'm just doing me.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's smart. You and Jacob both have a good perspective on it because, people always say your job pays for your passions or something like that.
Yeah,
Well, it's better than that. I did it, and
I know what you mean though.
yeah, and it's a great point. I mean, you're supposed to have your passions, and then what you do to make money, and
I mean,
econ will make you money
yeah, hopefully, but
if we ever get a job. But that's a
yeah, no cap.
whole other thing.
But ideally, like you would be wanting to make money in your passion. That's what they say. Like you should be studying your passion, but I
Mhm.
don't know. Like I don't feel like I'm like losing anything by studying economics over pursuing something in fashion or whatever.
Yeah,
I feel like my mom has like asked me that before, but I don't know. Maybe in the next life, who knows?
yeah. If you like both of them, just do both of them. There's no reason you can't do 100 things. Rihanna does it.
Yeah, no cap.
Yeah, if Rihanna can do it.
She don't even be singing no more.
Yeah, she'll get back. I believe that she'll come back.
Yo, have you seen the memes like about like the crazy grandma memes? Like it's like one where like a grandparent gonna be like, "Oh my god, like I miss this Rihanna song so much." It's like, shut up, grandma. Like Rihanna doesn't sing; she's a fashion designer or whatever.
That's heartbreaking.
They're gonna be like, "Yo, like grandma, what are you talking about? Like Rihanna doesn't make music. Like go to sleep, grandma. You're tired."
That's a heartbreak.
Yeah, like they're like, yeah, like
Heartbreaking.
that's what Rihanna's gonna be like.
Rihanna's got to get back.
You're gonna be like Rihanna, the owner and designer of Fenty,
You're like,
can
no.
sing? Like,
Oh, oh, that hurts. Yeah,
like
it's gonna be weird when we get old and
sing?
everything's like that. It's so gross. She's got. I think it's been like 6 years since she came out with an album too.
Yeah, don't wait on it.
I heard she has an album that she made too.
Yeah, that's what everybody's saying. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that was just made up to pressure her into actually making one.
That's honestly facts. 2016. It's been 5 years, right?
Yeah, that's
Is
a
that
lot.
not right? I'm kidding. That's crazy. Yeah, we gotta get her back, man. Whatever. All right. That is all of the questions I have for you. I think we covered it all.
Yeah, we definitely did talk for a hot minute.
Yeah,
I'm curious how long this went.
I know. I think it's been a little over an hour. It might have been longer than that though, because I think didn't we start at like 8?
Nah, I don't think we started at 8.
I'm gonna wait. Let me look at the text message. Not that it matters, but yeah, we already
I don't
started at
know.
like 8 o'clock.
I don't know
But
what time this. I don't know what time this Zoom started. What time like the podcast part started though.
yeah, that probably was a good at least half an hour after,
Yeah.
maybe more than that.
It's been a while.
It's been a long one. I was gonna try to keep this one short because I don't know if people like long podcasts or not. I
I
can't.
don't know, man. I talk too much. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, no.
Sorry
It's not
to
you. No, you do not talk too much. Stop
like
it.
sorry to the viewers.
No, I think people will
I'm
like
like,
this.
damn, when is this guy gonna stop talking? Like, shut the hell up about sneakers, bro. Like,
Stop. No,
it's just sneakers.
no, no. It's not just sneakers. It's way more
Oh,
than that.
watch. They'll have to deal with it when I come back next time and I talk twice as long. I'm,
Oh,
I'm, gonna,
next again.
give them a 5-hour podcast next time.
Hell yeah. Fuck you to everyone listening. No, honestly, I think they're better longer anyways, but I don't know if people listen to them or not. I gotta do more research on it, but I feel like our generation has a short attention span, so I'm like, I probably should make them shorter. But also,
you should like poll people.
Yeah.
Like figure out what the people want.
Yeah, I should poll them. You're right. You got a point. Okay. Well, usually at the end of the podcast, I like to give the guests a couple minutes to plug themselves. You can tell me or tell the audience where we can find you on Instagram or Twitter, wherever you want.
Copy. All right. My personal Instagram, surprise, my username is Fresh Mockajocka. Fresh spelled normally, Mocka, Mocka, Jocka, Jocka. Yeah, that's just all my personal stuff. You know, my fly fits or whatever. I'll be posting my Instagram story like mad music and stuff. Like I said, I'm a big music guy. Maybe I'll have to come back next time and talk about music. But then my other page, which is more clothing related, I'll be selling my clothes and custom sneakers and whatever on there, is Mr. Mockajocka. Mr. period Mockajocka spelled the same way. So that's all.
Perfect. Yeah, and I think your Depop's linked there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Fresh, or your Poshmark is what I was gonna say, dude. The Poshmark and the Depop.
Yeah, I don't have my Poshmark linked, but it's whatever. It's just Poshmark. Poshmark's not that serious. I just have my Depop link so people can see like reviews and I got my 5 stars on Depop. You know the vibes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they can see like my rating and my reviews. So.
Sorry, my dad just came upstairs. I can hear him. I was like, go away. All right. Well, thank you, Andrew, for being on the podcast. You have to come on again many times, maybe with a little Jacob collab.
No cap.
And to everyone listening, I will see you guys in the next episode. All right. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to the Y Podcast. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at y.official.podcast. If you're interested in being in the next show, hit the link in the bio. Tune in next week for another episode of the Y Podcast. And as always, stay curious. Bye, guys.